So,
I say, hold on. I say, you were there, boys.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we've just finished reading.
Right. Are they not taking a break before we start back up?
I asked if we should get first aid, you said, yeah. What's the deal?
So we'll come down and get you, okay? Well, don't worry, you just can hang here. This is the problem. You get plain.
Well, yeah, try it on the yeah. That's something like that. Like I kept walking and I thought it was up the street here, like long time ago, and then I just walked on this side of it, and then I saw this side of it. Charlie and I were thinking, like, where is everyone? Unless everyone's like, they were all inside.
mhm.